Hi, my name is Amina Pefula, and I am a senior social work major, but I have the privilege of working with Magnolia Haven Health and Rehab Center this summer in Tuskegee, Alabama, as a part of my junior internship. And um, as my role during my internship was to see what Mr. Willis, who is my field instructor, supervisor, and all of that. Um, he showed me what he does during a daily basis, and most of the time while I was there, I did attend morning meetings every day, from 9:30 in the morning, and I had to be in Magnolia Haven by 8 o'clock, but I usually was there a little bit earlier than that because it wasn't too far from where I lived, off campus in Tuskegee. The services they provide is mostly like skilled nursing programs. They use a methodology, a program at Magnolia Haven at what is the ICD-10, which is a book where the book is used for medical purposes for we when they get new residents in the facility. They usually use the book to see what all the information they have, all the proper paperwork they have, and they see Mr. Willis goes in and he writes all the codes of what each resident has or new resident has documented on the paperwork. I would also like to point out that um, I did walk around a lot at Magnolia Haven, but it was exercise. During my whole experience, I would just talk to the residents, see how they're doing, and all of that. At one point, Mr. Willis wanted me to go to each resident's room and to help them register to do the absentee ballot in Tuskegee. So some residents were absentee ballots had in different places and all that. So I did that. And then when the actual voting happened, before I left from summer school, um, it was a process, but most of the residents participated. My specific work with with the whole nursing home facility, the facility at Magnolia Haven, was to see how and what I can do as a social worker in the nursing home facility setting. Mr. Willis has told me that you gotta he did tell me something very important that most people should really remember in all of that is to document everything that you had, because at one point there was an agency that needed proper paperwork, and they said they didn't get it from Mr. Willis, when in fact I faxed all of the paperwork that whatever facility they wanted me to send it to. And what else? I was usually like a student intern, learning, observing, and at one point during my internship, I got to see state come in, do a QI review. Is that what it is? Yeah, a QI review, which is basically each part of the state of Alabama comes in, and they go into each department, from dietary to therapy, nursing, MDS, social services, all of that, administration, rehab. They go through everything, what is needed, and if they're up to date. And if they are up to date, then they're good to go. I would like to also say, at first I was a little nervous, because it was the first few weeks were like just my training weeks. My first week and my second week were my training weeks. Around my fourth week at Magnolia Haven, I kind of got comfortable. I got the swing of things and everything. And when it's around 12 o'clock, when it was around 12 o'clock this summer, I usually ask Mr. Willis, I said, "Do you want me to do anything before I leave?" And he would be like, "Oh no, you can go on." And I would go home, and then I would go to class. Around that time, what did I hope to learn from during my placement was to see, could I see myself being in this position at Magnolia Haven. There are other locations. Magnolia Haven is part of Ball Healthcare program. in the state of Alabama. They have more locations than the ones I've had. Um, the residents, they were all nice people. Some were very interesting people. I mean, the staff was a very friendly staff. Overall, I would love to come back as a volunteer at Magnolia Haven when I do have the time. But yeah, that's all I have to say.